Good morning, good morning. Today we're taking a look here at the XRP price action, along with some Velo data, historical market cap price action, and the Sigma coin. So, all right, good morning. So we've got right now a count of a wave 1, 2 off the lows here, and now we're getting ready to build this wave 3 structure, of which we already have our first impulse. So yesterday's squeeze at the end of the day ended up being a 5-wave move to the upside. And there's your 5th wave right there. And now we're looking to see how this corrective structure is going to play. There's a couple ways we can look at it. So step 1 is we've already completed an A, B, C leg down, but notice how the C leg is kind of truncated. Now it could be just because tons of buying came in and they front ran this 21-day moving average and pushed it so that it resulted in this bounce on low liquidity because people want XRP. So we had a truncated C leg here, not the same length as wave A. So that's one universe that we can live in. All right. Alternatively, we also were expecting a more violent smackdown to this 21, but we didn't quite get it. So now what could also be the case, they still are keeping that going for us, and we end up having a C leg down into the 21-day moving average, equaling out the structure, and that would be ultimately the same equivalent. So it's pretty easy setup here for this trade. Last night we got some signal to go long right here off of the XRP bunny. So if you're in that group, you would have seen that signal come through. I personally was sleeping, so I missed it. So I'm just waiting for a setup or a green dot to kind of play out for the entry. But that would be your ABC section right here, with then another 5-wave move to the downside, back testing into this region right here. So that's how we're looking here at the XRP price action. We need to defend this low to maintain the bullish count. That's the one right there. So 135.09, we lose that. We can easily go lower into the price action. And then the bigger, more macro low is this 131.96. As long as we maintain that higher low, we're in good shape. So there's your quick check-in here on the XRP price action. Now the Velo data has been fascinating. You can see that we had a huge run up in the longs all the way up into this region. And then we got that squeeze that kind of had everybody, and then everybody closed out, right? So then you actually can see that closed down the open interest, resulting in most of it being bearish. It actually flipped bearish here at the lows and then popped back to positive again. So we've actually had open interest starting to increase. We've had some positivity, no major spot buying stepping in, but it was definitely a catalyst of spot buying and leverage, but then leverage closed pretty aggressively into that 5th wave there, right? So they just went whoop, gone. And that's how we end up seeing the decrease here, because we know the longs closed because this rolled over. So interesting to see that, and pretty fascinating. Open interest, we got a whole bunch above us, we got a whole bunch below us, and then this would take us down to 133, and that 133 below us count would take us down right here into this equal measured move zone, where we would expect a 133 region at a 786 backtest and that 21-day moving average. So right now, my view is that we have a likelihood of one more leg down that would backtest that 21 like we talked about in yesterday's video. So it just took a little bit longer for it to get there. Additionally, we have the Sigma chart. And for those who have 160 million Sigma, you have access to 15 indicators with dots, and the indicator be indicated. Pretty amazing, because you guys are listening. Here's that breakout starting to play out, and then we'll get a backtest play in right here. RSI is giving us the story here on the daily, the stochastic, and we can see how aggressive this is coming off the lows. So we ended up getting that ABC leg in. Now we're getting to build and support this next structure. So get ready for amazing things coming in towards the end of the month. Oh my goodness, is there a conference at the end of the month for XRP? Could be. Could that be when we see the explosion to the upside? Maybe. So we'll find out together. But yeah, pretty interesting. Beautiful bull flag. Getting ready to get out of here. So Sigma's looking amazing. The liquidation looks like we can go either direction, so we'll just be watching that. And the Velo data shows that the longs are showing back up to the party again. So, the final thing I wanted to show here is I was asked yesterday, why is everybody under the impression that we're collapsing, right? Where is that narrative coming from? So part of it, I think, is because there's a lot of discrepancies here on the different charts, and we'll see how this holds true. But this section right here, when you go to the USD chart and you zoom out and we go back to this portion here, it is very obvious that this was a lower low, right? So this right here was a lower low. We wicked below it, and so it validated the bullish count, leading to a ABC up, and then this would be corrective, and then this is the breakdown, right? So that's what everyone's seeing based off of this lower low that came in here. But when we go to the market cap chart, which takes out all of the currency manipulation that can occur with different assets, you see we did not, I repeat, did not set a lower low. It was an equal low. And so that equal low actually would mean that we had completed a wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is now, based off of this market cap chart and the indicators that we have, is our bullish count showing that we have a potential breakout here. Then, after we had the breakout, we complete a larger macro ABC, and now we're working into our larger, even larger degree move, which already has a wave 1, and then we're looking for our wave 2, 3, 4, and 5, way up here. So we're going to go way up here. All that fun stuff. So anyway, so we'll do something like that, get back up into this area here. So this is what we're looking for. So bullish is the way, very rounded. You can see this, the structure is being absorbed. Dips are for buying. That's really the main takeaway. So hopefully that was helpful this morning. And here is your power chart for the day. And we will touch base tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching.